Well, I had so much fun responding to the last AwesomeRants video, I thought I'd respond to another one. This one, she starts off with how she's apprehensive to make videos on YouTube because of the psychosocial repercussions, etc. I cut that part out, and let's just dive right into the rest of it.
But I really have to ask, what do I have to be afraid of? I'm not going to lose friends if those friends are real, and if people think poorly of me, screw them. In wellness class recently, there was a presentation by a very nice man about something that I vehemently disagree with. Drug testing in our school.
Well, that's perfectly normal. I recall testing quite a few drugs myself when I was in school. Oh, you mean testing kids for drugs? Pfft, fuck that shit.
Throughout the entire presentation, I remained pretty much silent about my personal beliefs with regards to drug testing. But what would be so wrong with expressing a contention of any kind?
You mean besides it being utterly futile in every way, seeing as how you're in high school and nobody really gives a rat's ass what any of the high school students think? Other than that, nothing. It's perfectly acceptable.
I sort of feel like when a teacher or someone in the position of authority says something that we disagree with, we're just supposed to keep silent. Even if the disagreement is respectful and beneficial to our education, we're supposed to act like the disagreement doesn't even exist.
Well, Miss Rance, your perception here is 100% accurate. That is what they want. Little hard truth, and you probably already understand this on an emotional level. The kind of people who become school principals and administrators and, a fairish majority of the teachers, they're petty tyrants, people who get off on having some little bit of authority over powerless people, and so you can think that your disagreements are respectful, but people like that, they think any kind of dissent is disrespect, basically just a bunch of bullies. Sad but true. Positions of power attract those kinds of people, I'm afraid.
I'm not saying that this is the case, I'm just saying that it's the vibe that I'm getting. But if it is the case, which I strongly feel that it is, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when I or any other student decides to rip apart your petty little argument for drug testing and reveal the skepticism that should exist for every word that comes out of your mouth?
Young lady, I invited Mr. Mehoff here as a guest, and he needs to be treated with a certain level of respect and decorum. You need an attitude adjustment.
What are you gonna do when I just don't automatically agree because I'm apparently supposed to?
I've already warned you once. We don't have time for your shenanigans. How would you like for me to call your parents and tell them that you are disrupting an assembly and that you don't respect authority? Yeah, that's what I thought.
What are you gonna do when I can justify my contrarian position with flawless reason and all that you can do is continue repeating yourself because you're the authority and you're always right?
You know, Miss Rance, a lot of colleges like to look at the permanent record. How would you like it if your permanent record said, has no respect for authority, can't follow directions, is a disruptive influence, has no discipline? Do you think a college would accept you then? How do you like your life prospects if colleges will turn you down? I have the power to change your permanent record and you don't have the power to stop me. Now are you going to settle down?
I'm not trying to do this us versus them thing, the general population versus the authority. I'm just expressing some feelings that I've had to hold in as a result of feeling like if I do express disagreement, I'm going to be faced with...
Well, you didn't hold in those feelings nearly well enough because I guarantee you that you will die penniless in the gutter. You will never even get a job flipping burgers, not if I have anything to say about it, and I have everything to say about it.
Well, hopefully, despite some minor emotional distractions, I've been able to bring up some valid concerns in this video. If you would like to expand upon something that I've stated or express a different opinion, please make a video response or post a comment. Furthermore, what are your thoughts on drug testing in schools? If you'd like to know what my opinion is, I think that the idea is retarded.
I see. It looks like someone's disruptive behavior is because they're hopped up on goofballs. Looks like we have our first candidate for the drug testing. Please report to the nurse's office, and then my office, and then detention.
Oh no! Did I just discredit myself by using that word to describe the intellectual rigor, or lack of rather, to take the position that random drug testing in schools is a good idea? No. I don't think I did. But I know that you need to make up for your shitty arguments by attacking my word choice or age. Yeah, I said shitty.
Well, you get a lot of points for realizing that words don't have magical powers and it's okay to use a little bit of modern vernacular instead of a bunch of highfalutin 2-cent words, but then you lose almost all of those points for not having the courage to just put it out there and let it hang. I mean, it took you so long to explain it, I mean, you may as well just have left the whole thing out. I suppose it's a difference in artistic style, but I just would have said retarded and then moved on with it, because the people that are going to attack that as being wrong are themselves retarded. They're going to be like, oh, and that's not the correct word in the context of YouTube decorum, therefore the argument is invalid. And those people are so fucking stupid, it's not like they're going to get anything even if you explain it to them.
What are you gonna do?
The same thing I always do. Accrue interest and laugh at the commoners.